Okay, so we're up against the Holy Roman Empire. I have to admit, I've for the last day or two, I've lost a few games, so I'm very much in the mood to come back from this slump and destroy the enemy. We're going to aim to manifest the victory. All these pro players talking about different strategies. No, it's just about manifestation and divine intervention, in my view. Call on the gods to achieve the victory. I'm going to create a mill, just here. And then we're going to create an outpost here. Maybe, yeah, here I think. In a minute. Well, after feudal. Let's try and be even quicker than we normally are into feudal. Actually, where that's going, it looks like I need one more on gold for some reason. Not quite sure where. Into 400 food. So I can now afford to just go ahead and put another one in the queue. There we go. Nice and quick. I'm going to use these gold miners as well. We're going to start to put people onto that lumber. We're also going to create a house just on the other side of this gold mine, just there. Currently got 3 on food, which is probably not quite enough to keep villager production going, so we need to be very, very aware of that. See if we can just about manage it. Yeah, so that's a scout crossing my scout over here. So this is now starting to get a bit dicey, but it looks to me like this bar is going to go, and I might need a, oops, come on, it might give me a kind of few seconds, there we go, so that's fine, so that was worked actually quite well. Got now 50 wood, giving me enough opportunity to put that lumber camp in. Wood to put that lumber camp in. Poke passer I'm up against apparently. That looks to me like they might have double scouted. I don't really know exactly what that tells me, to be honest. It's just worth noting. So this is going fine now. What I'm going to do, oops, they've reached gone for that stone, which might have been a, I don't 100% know if that's the right decision. I often go for stone, just like out a little bit more out of the way. Maybe that one. Going for wheelbarrow because I noticed that I've got enough wood. Oh no, that was. I wasn't going to be able to get that scout. Didn't actually go close enough to the town centre. Okay, so now a few more on gold, I'd suggest. Where's this guy going? Okay. Again, not quite. I think they might be quite good. You know, they're keeping their scout nice and out of range. They're doing a few of the kind of things that you do need to do. You've got an outpost option. I think back here is the best. Nice and defensive early game. So I've now noticed where they are. My own scout. I'm just gonna get rid of a little bit more of this black and then come back. So they very much scouted my base, they know exactly what I'm doing. You can see that I'm going defensive and that I have not got many units. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this here. Anatolian Hills. Specialized pick. That's fine. Oops. Don't want me to do that. It's fine. Make a decision.
Yaptırı başlarım. Buyruk gelir.
Evet, selam.
Buyruk nedir?
Evet, yap.
Kamu anıt olun.
They're coming around again, which they are. Oh, they've upgraded exactly the same time, which actually is concerning. It means that they're good, basically.
Tamam. Ne inşa edilmesi lazım? İş eylemeye hazır. İcra vakti.
It's actually really quite concerning.
ilerlenmesi lazım. Emir vaktidir. İcraat vakti.
There's a lot of stone and stuff over here, but then they're quite close over there as well.
İcra olunacak bir iş ver.
Harbeciler, mekanımız terk. Harbeciler, harekete gidelim.
Ne icra eylenmesi lazım? Hemen inşa edelim.
Okay, I'm actually going to go onto this stone again.
Cümleniz dakik
İcra olunacak bir iş ver.
I'm going to go a bit crazy and just put a load on stone for a second and just kind of solve the stone question, basically.
Asakir, harbeniz doğru.
This isn't what I normally do.
İcra olunacak bir iş ver.
But I just want to not have to worry about stone, and this is the only obvious way I can think of doing it right at the moment.
Pekala. Ne icra edilmesi lazım? İcra olunca istima edeyim. Onu hemen inşa edeceğim.
Group of men at arms.
Odun toplu.
Just do that quickly.
Emir vaktidir.
Okay, I solved the stone question.
Madeniyat icra eyle. Haydi oldu. Gidelim.
İş eylemeye hazır.
Cesaret bekler, cevap edin. Bak,
Nere azimet eyleyin? Hemen inşa edeyim. Ne icra eylenmesi lazım dedim. Pekala. Ne icra eylenmesi lazım?
Nearest berries. Some berries there.
Ararı hazır. Çantacı attırmaya hazır. Vazifemi icra ederim.
Vazifem tam.
Beni bir vazifeye sevk et. Tamam. Ne icra eylenmesi?
İcraat vakti.
Yeniçeri evamir diler.
İş eylemeye hazır.
Cümleden istima eyle.
Military school here.
Hemen inşa edeceğiz.
Upgrade
İcra olunacak bir iş ver.
that.
Onu senin için inşa
Do that.
Cümleniz dakik olsun.
Ne icra edeyim? İş eylemeye hazır. Hala vazife. Sevin. Hareket.
Emir vaktidir. Cümleniz dakik olsun. Cümleten istima.
Evamire hazır.
Emir vaktidir.
Cümleniz dakik ol. Cümleden hemen inşa edin ama. Evamiri intizar edin bekler. Ahmet'te memnun kalmış. Ne paketlerle ateşine. Bunu
Pekala inşa olsun.
Bunu ahmadım bile bilemeyiz. Ne icra edeyim?
Bunu ahmadım bile rüyet eyler.
Ne icra eylenmesi lazım? Onu senin için inşa edin.
Oh, big force just there.
İcra olunacak bir iş ver.
Yeniçeri evamir
İrman
diler.
odun toplarım.
Emir vakti.
I need some food. I'm going to go over here.
Hareket eyleyin.
Not going to go over here.
Ağabeyler, ateşe maruz kaldım. Emir vakti. Hareket vaktidir millet. İcraat vakti.
Ne icra edeyim?
Odun pek faydalı.
Okay, they're forcing me to keep quite nice and tight.
Bitti.
Oh, shit.
İstima edeyim.
They're really forcing me to keep very tight here.
edeyim.
Devamını istima eyleyin. Hay eylemeye hasıl olun imkan.
Vazifem
Maharriyet iktidara ile.
Harbiçide hazır asker varisi.
Hareket vaktidir millet. Meclis rahidem.
Cümle devamını ne? Beni bekler devamını ne?
Harbiçide hazır.
Sikune hakkı eylerken.
icra olunacak.
Yeniçeri evamir bekler. Evamiri iktidar edin bekler.
Beyler hareket eyleyin. Seyir meydan. Bak oldu.
Yeniçeri evamir diler.
Dükkan, basit dükkan. Azimet eğlenecek mekanlar ve Cikune hakkı.
Ben ateşine maruz kaldım.
Dakik olun. Evamiri nevmeyin. Eminim.
Uzay eylemeye isyan hareket edin.
Yeniçeri evamir diler.
Arada hasıl.
Pekala. Ne icra ederse silahım. Senin için inşa edeceğiz.
Dükkan, evamire hazır olun.
Kimi vurmam artık?
Sünneten istima eyleyin. Hayırata imza edin.
imaya hazır.
Bekler idrak olun.
Hareket işlemlerine bağlı.
Hazimet ederim millet. Hareket vaktidir millet. Yeniçeriler ezdihayı hazır edecek.
Arade evamire muhasara
Sakir. Evamire hazır olun. Sakir. Benim.
İsabet alırım. Cümleten
Hazimet eder.
cümleniz dakik olun.
Demin hareket eyleyin. Senden mahmutlar.
Evamirine yürü.
Uzay eylemeye hazır olun isyan. Onu senin için inşa edeceğiz.
Evamiri icra edin.
Asakir, intizarda asakir. Haydi,
Abesle benim.
ateş ederler.
Evamiri bir hedef.
Cümleniz hazır. Asakir, hareket.
Demin.
Asakir, harekete hazır. Hücum. Emrin başın üstüne.
Nere azimet eyleyin.
I'm being quite quiet because their enemy's good
Yine azimet eyleyin.
and I'm struggling. Is that a trebuchet there already?
Cümleniz cümleten istima edin. Hareket edin. Emir bakın. Evamire yürü deyin. Cümleniz dakik olun. Kaptanız yapın.
İsyan. Vazife ama icra erzak kodları.
Emir olsun. Emir bakın. Madeniyat harabe hazır.
Abi, evvelikeyim.
Ne icra edilmesi lazım?
The enemy is very, actually, honestly, it's very good.
Hazır vaziyetteyim. Dükkan, hareket edin. Emrin olsun. Harabe hazır.
Medine icra edildiği cihette bize ihtiyaç hasıl olmuştur.
Ateş ederler.
Evamiri istima eyleyin. Kaptan imkan hazır olun. Dakik olun. Evamiri ne?
Tamam.
İnşa eyleyin.
Dükkan.
Hareket eyleyin.
Beyler, Yeniçeriler hareket edin. Yeniçeriler bekler. Hareket edin.
Emir bak.
Hareket vaktidir millet.
Evamiri cümleten
Emrin olsun.
bekler. Evamiri
Ateşe maruz oluyorum. Emir eyler.
Ne icra edeyim?
No! No! No! No!
Yeniçeri evamir. Emiri.
İstihai muhatara evamire hazır. İcra edin. İstihai muhatara eyler.
Yeniçeri evamir bile.
Beni bir vazifeye seç.
Yeniçeriler istihai muhatara.
Big moment now.
Muayyen oldu. Aydın'a dileşecek. Muntazam yapıldığından emin olacağım.
Cümle eşya bekler. Hale verin. İstihai muhatara ne siyasi?
Hazır olun Entikaliye. Güzergahımız muayyen oldu. Haydi nasip edelim. O binayı inşa edeceğiz.
İstihai
Silahı tazime giderim.
Evet, talimata hazır.
Yeniçeri evamir silahı tazime giderim.
İstihai muhatara hazır vaziyette istihdam.
Yeniçeri aleyhleri. Emiri aleyhleri. Beştapı kazi tazime giderim. Aleyhleri.
Düşmanadaki tek kesim.
Emiri.
Sakin. Kıyam edin beyler. Muhatara silahlar müdahale edin. Ne siyasi? Şah-ı Merdan Emin, evamiri
Oh, you
fuckers.
O binayı
Muhatara silahlar evamiri götürün.
Düşmanlar bizi ateş eder.
Entikaliye. Aydın'a başladı. Bana bir emrin mi?
İstihak muhatara silahlar beraber. Ne siyasi? İcra oldu bile.
Nasip havadan kimseye zarar.
Evamiri tetikleyin. İstihai muhatara hazır. Muhatara silahını takip edin beyler. Muhatara silahı evamir intisar. İstihai muhatara hazırdır.
Bekler. Ateş ederler.
Cümle eşya hazır.
Bekler.
Sükût edin. İyi alametlerin karşısında.
Bekleyin beni.
İstihai muhatara hazır. İstihai muhatara hazır. Cümle eşya hazır. İstihai muhatara. Hareket edin beyler. Muhatara silahını takip edin.
Hikmete az. Bana bir emrin mi mevcut?
Edilecek.
Muntazam yapıldığından emin olacağım.
İstihai muhatara hazır. Düşmanımızı kullara ıslah ettirin. Gidin.
hazır. Muntazam yapıldığından emin olacak emrin mi mevcuttur? Hiç ferahlık yoktur. Cümlesini toplayana dek tevakkuf etmeyeceğim.
Emin evamir boğazlara silahını takip edin beyler.
Yeniçeriler tamam.
Hasancı evamirimiz usul edin. Boğazlara silahına müdahale edin. Beş siyasi. Herkes istima etsin. Evamiri cennet.
Yeniçeriler istihayı al.
Hasancı evamirimiz cid icra edin. Bir hararetimiz lazım.
Hazır olun. Evamir makamda.
Emin evamiri
Beyler,
Hiç ferahlık yok.
Hasancı emin var.
Evamir usulü. Dua ekler olacak.
neyin? Yeniçeriler.
Cümle eşya boğazlara silahıyla beraber. Beş siyasi. Hareket edin beyler. Boğazlara silahını takip edin.
Ehtiyat. Hazır olun. Emir ettiği bari icra.
Boğazlara silahına emriniz nedir? Evamiri cennet.
Boğazlara silahına sahip.
Boğazlara silahıyla beraber. Beş siyasi. Boğazlara silahını ne icra etmesi lazım? Boğazlara silahını takip edin beyler. Hareket edin beyler. Boğazlara silahını takip edin.
Yeniçeriler. Hareket et.
Estihai muhatlara hazırlanın.
Yeniçeriler. Bitti.
Cümle eşya estihai muhatlara. Ateş emrin bekleyin.
Yeniçeriler.
Emrin marşı üstüne. Hasancı ve vahşetin usulü. Emin ve vahşetin
Düşmanlar bize ateş eder.
Derhal emir edersen. Emrin
Yeniçeriler istihayı al. Bekler istihal eyleyin.
hizmete hazır.
Yeniçeri icra ile beyler. Bitti.
Memnun hayır.
Herkes istima et. Dikkat! Evamiri cennet düstuğlar. Evamiri idrak ettim.
Emir eyle.
Hizmete hazırım. Muntazam yapıldığından emin olacağız.
Hiç ferahlık.
Neye ihtiyaçlığın vardır? O binayı inşa edeceğim.
Düşman bizi buldu.
Estihai boğazlara silahına müdahale. Estihai boğazlara silahına beraber. Beş siyasi.
Yeniçeriler hazır.
Estihai muhatlara hazır vaziyette iktidar. Cümle eşya ateş edin. Evamiri
Fetile itfak ile beyler.
boğazlara silahı.
Fetile
Cümle emrin marşı. Estihai boğazlara silah. Estihai boğazlara taarruza hazır. Boğazlara silahına estihai hazır. Cümle eşya hazır. Estihai boğazlara hazır vaziyette iktidar. Arzumerler hazır. Neyi haram? Boğazlara silah. Estihai muhatlara.
Evamire hazır olun.
Evadili cedid beyler. İcra olun. muhasara.
Hizmete hazırım. Seyretmeye iktidar ederim. Arzuların benim için emir abdolunuz.
Araziye bir ev. Senin evangelistleri silahlı nihai muhasara
Lütfen bizi buldu.
derhal olur. Muhasebeci
Beyler, beni tamamıyla ikna
nihai muhasebenin evangelistleri.
That was so hard! That was so hard! Oh my god! That was not easy. That was a good player. That was a really good player. Yeah, I didn't, as I said, find that particularly easy. They were raiding almost constantly, and so I was quiet because it was actually quite a struggle, and I really didn't know which way I was going to go. But yeah, they were raiding absolutely, kind of constantly, and just keeping me from consolidating. They didn't. I think perhaps they were a little bit. They probably should have like risked more to take out my trebuchets, and again built their own trebuchets. I thought they had troops around here. To be completely honest, I thought they had troops around here where they were looking to come in, but they were raiding pretty well. Kind of constantly coming around the back, and I didn't want to spare the resources to put a tower in or whatever. Ugh. You can, yeah. I mean, fair play to them. They were fighting hard for that. Yeah, they had little like forces of archers that they were just kind of picking off units. Luckily, one of the big things was they didn't come around the back here. They'd have come around the back here and taken out my villagers over here, which they could have. Look, there was 2 knights, veteran horsewomen over here. If they'd have seen and taken out these villagers, or have pushed, even just pushed them off resources, I would have been in real trouble. So yeah, it was this little kind of consolidated force. It was so small though, such a small little force that I was using there. And they still had a fair amount of units. They basically just decided, you know what, I needed those relics, and so they quit after I managed to destroy a chapel or something. I don't know what that was. It was probably a chapel or some sort of church. Yeah, good game. Really, really good game. And you see what I did in at the start as well, which I thought was worked quite well actually, where I basically attacked this force, and it was basically a match, right? I didn't win, but I also didn't lose. Then I went round with the villagers. I almost messed that up because for some reason maybe I was building units or whatever else, but I needed to use some of the wood income on the because I did have the next stage ready to go, but then I built something, or I don't know what I did, but I needed to use the market to end up getting enough for a Seagate Castle. One of the other really important things I did that time, and I didn't do before, was I took enough villagers with me. I've only got 15 left, looks like. So I think a lot of them died, but in the initial push I had enough villagers, and you need at least 20, if not like 30. I don't know exactly how many I had, but a decent number. In order to make sure, and that's what I did wrong the previous game, just the game but just before, was I pushed but only with like 19 villagers or something, and it just wasn't enough to create a castle quickly enough, to create the Seagate Castle quickly enough. I was also a little bit hesitant about my positioning of this castle, because they did have, if you remember, archers just around here and whatever else, so I did need to just whack it down basically, have a little consolidated area, and that also meant maybe just psychologically, to be honest, but it also meant that I could kind of take over this area behind the castle. I think it was mainly basically psychologically that it meant that, in terms of they were less willing or able to deploy units behind the castle. But it worked. It worked, you know, don't knock what works kind of thing. Close game though, close old game. As I say, I'm presuming that they were consolidating a force. I was constantly expecting a force to come this way, or to come round the back of my base. My base is very small compared to what it normally is. Normally I've got a lot more. I've only got room for 120. My military's only 47, my econ's only 39. Yeah, so comparatively, they might even, you know, got quite a few villagers there. They might even, you know, have more villagers than me. I don't know. But it was a good consolidated push up here that I only just managed to keep going, basically. They did have 2 trebuchets firing on this, which is exactly what you should do, but I managed to push them off, just about. It was a good game. It was a good adversary.